Those are my guesses.
Yeah. Okay, so it's that those are all true, but if we take it back
It's much worse.
way earlier, it's much, much worse.
Hi, I'm the sage green halter neck dress at the back of your wedding that you swore to the bride you'd wear over and over and over again. Phoebe.
And I'm Jacques.
And welcome to Do You Ever Feel Like?
Where we ask the question and everyone's thinking and no one's answering.
We're back together. Well, we're not together.
Back on the mic.
We're back in the studio.
Thank
Could you
back.
imagine if we had no, I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
You don't understand the responding to we're back. And then everyone saying thank you back.
I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. I'm like,
you're like,
it's so confusing.
We've all gathered back together. We're clearly all back and we're saying thank you back.
You've been away.
Yes, I have. We're recording when after I'm traveling.
We keep having long breaks of record, which is fun.
It is fun. I feel like I have something to talk to you about if we do that.
I know. That's why I was remembering why we record on Sundays.
Yeah.
So that we have something. Is this dark? Is that a dark facet of our friendship? I guess this is just what it is.
This is what it is. We talk to each other all the time.
No sense in trying to analyze it right now. We'll do that at the end on our deathbeds.
Yes, exactly. How are you? How's your time? How's your weekend? What's going on? What's happening?
Good. I've been really weekending in my 30s.
Oh my God, I was going to say, same. I've had quite like a 30s Sunday.
I've had a 30-year-old woman weekends. That's kind of been my pattern lately. Well, listen, my schedule's just been so fucking chaotic. Like, I don't get home until like 11 or 12 the last couple nights, and then I'm up wandering the halls of my home till like 3, like a fucking ghost. So the daylight comes, and I'm like, hello, people. No, okay, this is huge. I think I told you this. I bought a piece of IKEA furniture.
Who is she?
I
don't know her.
I bought a piece of IKEA furniture, brand new. I don't do things like that.
No.
I've become, you live long enough to become the villain. What is that saying?
Yes.
You either die the hero, you live long enough to see yourself become the villain, something like that. I never buy new things.
No.
And I never buy IKEA, classless.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go sound off in the comments if you don't like that. I hate IKEA.
Yeah.
I dislike that place. And I think this is probably like I'm thinking about it. It's like the only new piece of furniture that I've brought into my home.
Do you hate IKEA or do you hate IKEA furniture?
I hate IKEA furniture. I like the experience. Like, I'm no stranger to an IKEA pillow or whatever.
Yeah, a marketplace find.
And I will also say, we have some vintage IKEA from Simon's grandparents, and that's good.
So much better.
Like, that stuff's good.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like, some of that stuff is probably 50 years old.
Yes.
From Germany at the time, too, before his parents came over. So, like, yeah, it's just ridiculous to me. There's like an IKEA table and a Bauhaus table in like the family. That kind of, they look like anything that you could probably get in IKEA or a Walmart now, but are very well made.
Yeah.
Very well made. So anyway, yes, I bought a shelf. I've been like redoing the living room. So
yes, you've really been like in your, I don't know what era. I was going to say Pinterest, but are you a Pinterest gal? I don't even know. Do you go on Pinterest for things?
Nah.
No.
Like, I like going for a scroll, but I'm not really saving much.
Yeah.
You know what I go to Pinterest for? If you're ever looking at a Do You Ever meme, that's where my meme collection.
Oh yes, it's a great place for that. Yeah. You're DIYing, you're painting, you're interior decorating.
Yeah.
Are you getting rid of a lot of stuff because of this?
Ooh, baby. I'm getting rid of stuff. I'm getting rid of things. Why do we have things?
I don't know.
Also, you know this about me already, but I feel more and more entrenched in this idea. I think it's rude to give people things.
Rude.
And if anyone ever gives me a thing ever again, I'm going to be quite upset about it.
Mm-hmm. I love stuff. I love stuff.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. It's like I've been buying things.
Yeah.
I've been spending money.
Uh-huh.
Like I've really been spending money. I've been buying plane tickets. I've been buying furniture.
Yeah.
Like I don't do these things.
No.
I don't shop.
She's 30. You're 30.
Yeah, she's 30. I'm 30. I don't drink. I'm bored.
I'm redoing the living room and I'm going to Scotland.
So I'm saying you live long enough, you become the villain. So.
Yeah.
Here I am, girls. Okay.
That's funny.
They're doing that. And you know what I bought last night? I was kind of influenced by you.
Oh.
Speaking of your stuff, so I've been trying to buy foundation for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
Uh-huh.
I finally bought, and the Ilia, is that how you say that brand?
Mm-hmm.
My shade has been out of stock for a couple of weeks. So I found something else about to make up the other day, but now it's approximately 1,000 degrees outside, so I won't be wearing any of that until fall.
It's so fucking hot.
But I bought makeup, and I've been trying to I just, is this that Phoebe's 30? Like, I feel like,
yeah,
however many months into this, I'm like, she's arrived.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you did your 20s correctly.
Oh, thank you. I have a couple of.
I mean, I know you didn't want to be like in the domestication that you're in.
I know. I'm furious about that. I'm serious about it.
You're like, actually, I don't like that I have sourdough bread in my kitchen all the time.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I
And that's why I'm furious that I'm like redoing the living room right now.
But I think you like waited. Like I didn't wait. I was like, I'm 30 when I'm really like 27, and I like did all these things, and I was like, why am I buying a couch full price? That's the dumbest shit in the world. Why am I doing like,
no.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Like I feel like I did it like too early. I'm like,
I feel that way about some stuff. Oddly enough, like the regrets I have about my 20s are like, I wish I had, like,
yeah.
I think I've said this before on the pod. I wish my biggest regret in life is that I don't have an eyebrow piercing
right
scar that I regret.
Right. Yeah.
Like things like that. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's what I've been buying makeup. So I'm in my like makeup. I'm for it. My foray back into makeup. I've decided.
Great. I think you won't like Ilia. Don't buy that tint. Don't buy any of their face stuff. You particularly won't like it because it smells.
Oh, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, thank you for saving me. Mm-hmm. So no, I was recommended because I didn't want something with an SPF in it. Everything has got why does everything have an SPF in it?
I think it's because everybody likes
I'm already wearing
the one
sunscreen.
Thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so weird to me. So I know I was recommended the Glossier something or other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is.
Is it like the...
Excuse me, it's not quite, it's like a little bit more than a tinted moisturizer.
Oh, okay.
Kind of situation. So something up from that. Because like I said, I want something for stage. And then I bought some other bits. Spent $200 at Sephora, which means I got 2 things.
Wow. I do not know who I'm talking to.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm spending money.
I love it. Well, I'm very excited about the living room redo. I've had a backstage pass. I'm very excited to see the rug.
I'm so excited for the rug. Mm-hmm. This is the world's most boring fucking podcast. I actually hate who I've become. It's horrible. If I were to time travel and tell 20-year-old Phoebe what's going on, she'd slap me.
Like, you meet this girl named Jacqueline and your life ends. That's what happens.
I can't remember we were in the car the other day and I was saying blah, 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 Jacqueline said, and then Simon just interrupted me. He went, it's so weird that you met her on Instagram. And I was like, I know, you can't think about it too much. Like, it's so weird.
You can't.
It's so
You can't think
weird.
about it. I would, yeah,
Anyway.
we won't go down there. There's a little bit of a bit that I've been thinking about and working on, because you know that I've submitted our story to Modern Love.
Yes.
Well, I have many iterations of it, and I'm trying to make it better. And I think our story, like,
The deal was, for the listener too, the deal was Jacqueline writes one half and I write the other. Guess who hasn't written their other half however many years later? 3-4 years later? Just not. When I'm 80, you'll get my side of the story.
yeah. I was like, I don't know, the most recent version of it that I've been doing is like kind of leaning into the internet friendship of it all. But anyways, I've also been having a 30-year-old weekend. I've been having like the kind of weekend where you're like, oh, you're like I'm doing things. I'm cleaned my home. I bought blackberries from a farmer's market. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know,
God,
30 something.
This sucks. This sucks. We gotta go out.
Well, I'm obsessed with your idea that is now, I think, your idea, even though you wanted somebody else to steal it.
Oh yeah, no, isn't this a great idea?
Phoebe,
Have I told you
bringing
about
back
this?
the nightlife. I love it. You're trying to like.
I want to
make it
bring.
cool.
So we went to a jazz club a couple weeks ago, and I was like, more of this.
Yeah.
But except for even then, like no one was dancing or anything like that. Like I want a prepper club like back in like the 30s. You know, tables
Prohibition.
along the side. What I'm looking for is prohibition. I know, like tables around the side,
Yes.
right? Like those kind of clubs. Anyway, what have you been watching?
Okay. I watched all of Dying for Sex. Michelle
What the
Williams.
fuck is that?
Phoebe,
What?
you have to watch it. Well, you know what? You're actually going to hate this show. You're actually going to hate it because it is so dramatic and like so. It's not. I don't know how to explain. I don't like.
I mean, I love J. Duplass.
Oh yeah.
I love
It's-
J. Give me a small white, you know.
Oh, I know. Okay, so I think you would love it in a lot of ways, and then I think you would hate it in a lot of ways. But I honestly, I think it's one of the best shows I maybe have ever seen. Like very specifically to like television short series.
Okay, what's it on?
It's on FX, but it's like streams on Hulu. I don't know how that translates.
I think I'll probably be like Disney or something
Yeah.
like that here.
Michelle Williams is incredible in it. Jenny Slate,
Yeah, I love all these people. I
Is-
love Rob Delaney.
incredible in it. It's based on a podcast of
Sissy Spacek.
a woman who was dying of cancer and decided to go on this like sex journey where she was like, before I die, I will have an orgasm. She had never orgasmed with somebody else.
Oh God, those stories. Every time I hear one,
I know. Yeah. And
I
it's Liz. Okay. So remember when I was texting you like a couple of weeks ago and I was talking about Liz Merriweather and you were like, what the fuck? I don't care. Do you remember that?
no.
Okay. I was texting you about,
It sounds like something I would say.
yes. Jacqueline, I don't care about this. Liz Merriweather, who did New Girl and who did that.
Oh yes. The podcast. Yeah.
I was listening to a
Yeah.
podcast and I was like, I feel like you guys are so similar in the way that you approach writing. I think this show is like a very good example of what I was trying to say. She's dangerously funny. Like she like really skirts a line, you know, and which I
Oh,
think
I love it. Who wrote it?
Liz Merriweather.
Oh, that's such an interesting pace.
I know, right? She's been all
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna give it a
Anyways.
whirl.
it's
I'm not a total hater.
It's very funny. I think you're going to see it though. And there are parts of it that are so earnest and are so about like life and like soaking it all up
No.
and all of that.
I hate that.
And you're just going
I
to be
hate
like,
that.
blah, gross. But then all the
hate
sex
that.
stuff and like is really good.
But because you're a pervert,
I just think like there was a lot of it, like, especially when you watch scenes, especially like, simulated sex, etc., that I'm like, ugh, what are we doing here? But it felt like sex for TV. I don't know. It was just really interesting.
well, that's funny you say that because I watched Showgirls the other night and I was like, wow.
I know.
Wow.
Wow.
haven't seen that movie in so long.
Intimacy coordinator. Who?
Who?
Yeah.
My biggest takeaway from that movie, which I love, and I think it's got like a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. Why y'all boring? Like clearly it's so great. And we were having this conversation. I was like, camp only works if everyone shows up earnestly.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it's kind of like the Springtime for Hitler effect, right? Like you can't make a romp unless everyone's like really being really sincere about it. But I was just like, I think if I moved that erratically, like the physicality of oh my God, what's her name?
Nomi.
Yeah, what's the actress's name?
Elizabeth, right?
Yeah, it's not
Elizabeth.
I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, she's amazing.
Yeah,
she's
she is.
amazing.
Yeah, she is.
But her physicality, like I think that would just give me an instant Elizabeth Berkley. I think that would just give me like an instant migraine. Like, especially when she's like in the pool.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're gonna hate what I'm watching.
What are you watching?
You know, it just came out is the newest season of Dallas Cowgirls, the Dallas Cowboys dancers. I don't know what the Dallas cheerleaders, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, whatever that is. I'm only like 20 minutes into the first episode or the first.
I've heard it's
episode of
really
this
good.
season.
That show. I've heard it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll hate it.
Yeah.
Are we can't talk about why you would double extra hate it.
We could leave
On
that for a
this
green
podcast.
room up, maybe.
I was going to say, could we leave it for a green room? I think I'm going to just tease that there. Listener, you'll never guess why. Anyway, but I just like those, man, those are hardworking fucking women.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
And I'm also watching going like, Trump voters. So like, it's such a weird space, like, intersection that these women take
Yeah.
up.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's fascinating and like really hardworking, technically just insane dancers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and you have to be 20 to be able to do that because I'm 30 and I'm too tired.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know people talk about like the ageism of it all. I'm like, sure, but show me a 30-year-old.
And don't
That's
they
the
all have
stamina.
like full-time jobs?
They all have full-time jobs
They're all
because
like
they don't get paid.
nurses and like teachers.
They all got like a very large raise because of the show. I think they, but I don't think that has anything to do with like organizationally. I think they got like a lot of, I think they got a funder.
Oh. Yeah.
I think that's the way that, anyway, I'm 20 minutes in, but anyway, I'm watching that. So, and I know you would hate it. Anyway.
I've also been watching nature shows.
Okay, David Attenborough, like great. Like what? Like documentaries?
Like, yes, like documentaries, shows on, I mean, I've just go to a streaming platform and choose something about nature. I'm learning so much about nature.
I used to be really into documentaries. But I feel like that's like when they used to be good. I feel like Netflix has really trashed the documentary.
Yeah.
One of my favorite documentaries, I wonder if it holds up. Do you know Baba Des? Speaking of women that haven't had orgasms, he's like the sacred sex healer out in the desert, I think in Nevada. And he's a very controversial, like, sex guru healer because he fucks his patients with his like mystical wiener. And so like a lot of these women will come see Baba Des out in the desert who have like experienced like sexual trauma. They've never had an orgasm before, all these things, and they like really credit him for like his mystical ween powers, among many other things that he does. But that's like in like the sacred sex healer like community, it's like a big no to fuck your clients.
Yeah.
So the big no to fuck your clients. And
I
so
can't
anyway, there's a really
imagine
good
why.
documentary. I got shipped when I was 16. I got shipped off to stay with my cousin in the like small town. I'm dropping a lot of bombs tonight. I was
so
sent away.
terrified. I'm terrified about where this is
where I
going.
got shipped off. Well, so we would just, sorry, I was sent out to my cousin Barb's. And my cousin Barb lives in like small town, like middle of nowhere, mountainous town, British Columbia. I love my cousin Barb. Like Barb's a romp and a half. So we would just like, you know, I don't know why. It was like, I just don't think anyone wanted to deal with me. And so we would just watch documentaries all the time. So we watched the Baba Dez documentary.
Okay.
We also watched Waiting for Superman.
Oh yeah,
classic.
I just like I've been really fascinated by the nature shows about like, you know, some obscure bug or like the things we don't really know about, right? Like, and they're very calming to me at the end of the day. Like it's nice.
Yeah, I called it the theme, but I guess it's the question. Shall we get to the question?
Yes, let's get to the question.
Jacqueline, do you ever feel like bridesmaids? That's what the question is. Wedding parties.
No.
Have you ever been at a bridal party?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Officially one. Unofficially, which is something we're doing now, which is the point. Yeah.
Inserting yourself into things. Yeah.
Well,
when you're like the right-hand man, but you don't have like the dress to go with like that thing.
Yeah. Unofficially many times. And or like,
well, because you and I give off competent person energy, which is both a blessing and a curse.
Exactly. Also, like, the artists are the ones that are like, oh, you have 70,000 skills. Like, you can make an invitation and you can hang a thing on a wall, right? So you're like called upon, right?
Yeah. I remember, this is so not the same thing at all. But I remember at my waitressing job once, someone was doing the chalkboard and they were like, Phoebe goes to art school, let her do the chalkboard. And I'm like, and so I started doing the chalkboard, like writing the specials down. They're like, this doesn't look very good. I'm like, well, chalk isn't my fucking medium. Okay. Like,
I know, right? Yeah. Also unofficially in the sense of like, which we'll probably get to this, but I've been on bachelorette trips but not been in the bridal party. Right? Like I've gone on like girls' trips to celebrate somebody getting married, but I haven't like stood next to them at the ceremony or whatever. Yeah.
I feel like the bridal party that's really going away.
Oh yeah.
I feel.
Oh yeah.
Or it's multiplying at a rapid pace. Like the number of small wedding, like the small bridal party opportunities, they don't exist.
Oh yeah.
Anymore.
Yeah.
You either have like 17 of your closest best friends, or like your sister,
or like one person. Yeah.
Every wedding I've ever been to, I have either been involved in some way, like I've done the invitations, blah 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 blah, as well as every single wedding I've been to, the bride has asked me to take her to the bathroom.
Yeah, I asked you to do a lot of things on my wedding party. I asked you to do the one thing that didn't make any sense at the time, and it didn't occur to me until the next day that I was like, oh, I asked the Canadian to make a phone call to the second destination.
Because I give competent person
I was like,
energy.
Phoebe can't use her phone to do that. Or maybe she could or whatever, but I was just like, Phoebe, do this.
And I did.
Yeah.
I made friends with the theater guy,
yeah,
Will.
Very little information. I think I told you like the location and that was it. It was like, will you call this person? And that was it.
And I did.
Yeah.
I did. I mean, I've said this before. I've said it again. I had a great time at your wedding.
You really did.
I think I was the only one.
Quite possibly.
I had a great night.
You quite possibly were the only person that had any fun that night.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. No, and then I guess I was in my mother's.
You also did that's so funny. You did the invitations
wedding
for our wedding party dinner too. That's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done a lot of wedding invitations. No, yeah, we're talking about bridesmaids. We're talking about bachelorettes. We're talking about the wedding, the pre-wedding
the
nonsense.
Women at weddings. The women surrounding weddings. The women.
This was
being a part of weddings.
This was partially inspired by because it's wedding season. The TikToks that I've been seeing going around right now But I had this note written down from when we had Chelsea on our podcast a couple weeks. We talked a little bit about, wedding parties, etc. But the average cost, it stuck out to me, and I haven't been able to shake this dark feeling ever since. This is American dollars. The average cost to be in a wedding is between $1,200 and almost $3,000.
Yeah.
$2,950 is the average cost of just being on if somebody walks up to you and says, "Hi, do you want to be my bridesmaid?" That's a vacation.
Oh, yeah.
That's a trip.
Oh.
That's a couple of vacations if you're really good at stretching $1. I can't. Yeah. I just think like the wedding. I mean, I guess it's kind of like my thought is like, you either have, I feel like everyone I know who has got married has either done like a very small thing. By that I mean like 20 people or something like that, 10 to 20 people, or these like insane 200 people, 17 bridesmaids. Yeah. Me and all my closest best friends. And it's quite sickening.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I've gone on so many of those trips. I've gone on a lot of those trips.
Did you have a bachelorette?
Yeah. Sure. Yes. It was small. There was a couple people.
Okay, let me re-ask the question. Did you float on an inflatable wiener in a pool in a second location at all?
No.
Then you did not have a bachelorette. Then you did not have a bachelorette. This is your problem. Okay. I need to throw you. I'm going to throw you a bachelorette for your whatever wedding anniversary one year. And I, as your proper, I'm going to create a committee. We're going to have a party committee, and we're going to do it up correctly. I have also saved many a bachelorette out of these like weird Pinteresty hellholes, because guess what? If you're at a bachelorette, you need to be sucking on a dick straw at some point. Okay? Yeah. End of story. End of story.
I got you. Yeah. I've spent money. I've spent money attending people's things, being a part of people's things, being in people's things, going on people's trips. I will say that there has been a good amount of folks for things that I've attended that have paid for the group or paid like their way, which I think is so essential if you're asking people to do these things, right? Like
it's what you do. If you're having a destination wedding, or if you're inviting people to a second location,
to a trip, like you say, I'm going to cover this, or I'm going to do this
at
part,
the very least pay the for the place that you're staying.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. Like I think that's how that works out. Like if you're asking somebody to like, cover whatever, or like meals, whatever.
Yes, totally. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because it's expensive. And like I think that, I don't know. It's like does anyone have any fun on these things? This is my thing, right? Because
okay, well, but I don't understand. I think we've strayed so far from God. Like, why does it have to be like 72 hours?
Oh my God, why does it have to be a long weekend?
Like,
yeah.
Why can't we just have like a nice evening together? Like the number of bachelorettes I've been invited to where it's like, we're going to meet at this location at like 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And then here's activity. We're going to go for dinner. Then we're going to go to this club. Then we're going to go do this thing. And then like the next day, we're going to meet up at this place for breakfast. Like, stop it.
I know.
Stop it.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that I have rescued, because I think there's like, Priya Parker needs to do something on the gathering of a bachelorette, because I think trying to class these things up is where a lot of drama and tension comes from. And I think people get really disappointed. And so when I say this, like I have made more than one emergency stop at a steak shop, like moments before they've closed. Shout out, what's it called? I think it's just called the Steak Shop or something like that on Yonge Street in Toronto. I've been in that place like 5 minutes before close on more than one occasion.
Yeah.
Being like, grab the dick straws, get their ring for sex bell, like go, like buying novelty things to like rescue a bride's evening because everyone's like,
oh yeah,
having tea after dinner.
yeah. I think that's
You know?
like kind of your point about weddings in general, right? Which is like, why are we trying to act like we're not here to do performance, to do insanity, to do play, to do like why are we at like why are people running away from that? In some ways, like you were saying, like this is my problem. In some ways, I did that. I was like, oh, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. I'm not gonna ask for anything. I don't want a big to do. I don't want blah 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 blah. And then
I'm just gonna invite everybody into the second location.
Yeah.
Have a conniption when my dress doesn't work.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
And then be like, why am I stressed about the whole thing?
Instead of just being like, this is like I want to do this the thing that is supposed to be, right? Yeah. I will say about the trips though, like I hear you about the like the itinerary of it all and like scheduling every fucking minute. But if I get invited to a place and it's 4 days and there isn't any type of structure, I'm
okay, but there's a big difference between like at this time we're all going to like Zumba with Marcel at like 11 a.m. and then at 11:45 we're quickly hop skipping to brunch. Like there's a big difference between that and like we're lounging on the beach from this time to this time. We're going to museum from this time to this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, you gotta, I think also like group dynamics, like I feel like this gets into like the girls trip of it all, but like you have to find the right number. You have to find like the right amount of people to like, get everybody, like it's like what happened with like the White Lotus conversation where you saw these articles that were like, is 3 girls on a trip a good idea? That whole thing. It's like, should
you have
everyone
to have a secure attachment in your 3-girl girls trip relationship.
Like the number of people on a bachelorette should be linked to like if you can all have a buddy, and if you can't, then like you shouldn't go.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
You know.
Well, I also think a lot of this too is like I hear from I feel like we've kind of run down this dynamic before, but like the only people I know in my life that are married and that have had like a wedding, I think are 0. I'm thinking in my head right now.
Oh yeah.
Like everyone, if anyone I know that's gotten married has done maybe like what you did, like got married, like, have your wedding, on like a different time or whatever, like had your own little thing and then maybe done like a party or something like that. But most people I know eloped. I don't have any friends that have done this big 200 person. I've been to those weddings as like family wedding, but that's about it.
I've been to as a guest and I've been a part of as like a bridesmaid and or planning quite a few of those.
No, and I think that's
I've
where
walked down the aisle with some guy named Dave, like that I don't know.
No.
Like I've done that. Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get high.
I actually also
horrible.
With my friend's wedding did like found the dresses for everybody, like went shop, like
I know you did.
Did all of that. I've done all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a friend of a friend situation. She asked a friend of a friend of mine. Can I not say words today? Has been in or was in, I think it was 7 weddings in one wedding season.
No.
Yeah. And I think at that point, I would be looking at my friend group and start trimming the fat a little. Like, you cannot be that close with that many people to be invited to that many.
Yeah, to be part of the bridal party. Yeah,
to be part of the bridal party. And then the added expense of that. Like, that is insane.
Wild. No, that's wild.
I mean, bridesmaid dresses are a blight on the earth.
on the earth and on like everyone, and like I just don't understand.
I've never seen a bridesmaid's dress that actually looks, oh, it looks good on everyone.
No. I don't understand ever telling anyone what to
wear.
Put on their body. It's like what to wear.
What to wear, how to dress. What I think is so funny about that, like, when else on earth are you ever in a matching dress with another grown adult woman?
Well, maybe you have
Our
a business
cabaret
partner and you do.
Our cabaret show. We don't have matching clothes, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, totally. Absolutely. Yeah. So I think the layers of it all has gotten like so out of control. Like it's not just like a trip. It's like a trip and you have a welcome bag. It's like not just a trip or not just will you be my bridesmaid. It's like you
have to get a fucking box.
It's like but now it's like a brunch that has a box where you're asking. It's like an event to ask. It's like all of these tiny little things have become their own performance, like their own ritual thing. And it's like so crazy.
Okay. I think, let me bring it around to the top of this episode, actually, honestly. I think we don't party enough. I don't think we leave our houses.
Yes.
I don't think we celebrate things enough.
Yes.
I have this like show idea, which is honestly just like when we tour, we'll also be very similar, where it's like, I think people want to leave their houses. I think people want to have a special moment. I think people like dressing up. And so weddings have become this only thing in our life where it's the only time where we celebrate anything or do anything or dress up or have any like intention behind. So we've added all this fucking shit. And I think that's why the wedding industry has gone so crazy, because like Gilded Age premiering this evening. I'm so
Is there literally
excited.
anything else happening this weekend? I don't think so.
There doesn't need to be.
There doesn't need to be.
There doesn't need to be.
Anyways.
Now when Papa Morgan rocks up. But anyway.
We don't have time.
Getting distracted. We don't have time. It used to be so much more of a thing at every stage of life, and also every like even levels of class too,
for
right?
sure.
Like,
yeah.
So I just think like
even like family around
I don't know,
the
like
table,
I have all of these. Yes,
celebrating on a Sunday, or like even like these kind of
absolutely
these like weekly things of people, or like celebrating a change in a season, or like celebrate like like there was so much more.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like all the feasts, right? All the different Catholic feasts. Yeah. And that's something that I think, and maybe that's part of it. Like I have a very large family. We get together like pretty often. Yeah. And also we dress up. Like that's kind of what we do at my family events. You wear, and by dress up, you know, I mean like you iron a shirt.
Yes.
Like it doesn't need to be something all that fancy. And I have this like collection of dresses in my wardrobe. It's kind of like my summer project right now, is I have all of these beautiful dresses and I have nowhere to wear them. So I'm like, God damn it. Like I'm going to make destinations to wear them. Because also one of my, like I couldn't wear those dresses. Like I have 2 dresses for my mom's wedding that I couldn't wear to a wedding.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. There was an Atlantic article earlier this year that was talking about like parties and like the importance of parties and how Americans don't party anymore. Specifically about Americans, and how like parties can be a way to deal with, I mean, it's like it's a pattern in history. Like the more scary the fucking world is, the more people are partying on the street. Like, you know what I mean? And
we gotta fucking make out with people on the street.
Exactly.
Guys. There's no other way around it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really necessary to to gather, to celebrate. Well,
and I also think part of this like wedding culture thing that we've gotten ourselves into is this like very American, we call it North American. Well, okay. I do think it's very North American. Yeah, but it's like the tomato, potato, white person culture. Yeah. Hospitality is a big thing in my familial culture, right? Like I would never, when we have dinners, like everyone brings something and you can't go over to any of my family members' houses without being offered like a very large meal the second that you walk in the door. Versus I think there these other, like I didn't know this. I was just listening to something the other day, like Nordic hospitality is just not a thing.
Oh,
Have you heard of this?
no.
Like, I've only seen this on, I know this because of TikTok, but like, there's this woman I follow, I think in Copenhagen, who like, it's weird if your kids go over, if your kids are having a play date or something like that, like, don't expect them to be fed. It's like a thing. So whatever. I feel like I'm getting really off track, but all I'm trying to say is I think part of like the situation that we found ourselves in is like this like American hyper individualism thing where we get people in these places where it's like, let's do all of these things. Let's have all of these events. Like I need to have, oh my God, I have somebody close in my life who had, I think, upwards of 3 bridal showers, multiple engagement parties, and multiple bachelorettes. And I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
pick one. You get one of these things.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we don't get to have all of them at the same time. But I think that's a symptom of like the me of it all. Like I get to have all of these things, and like also, by the way, you know, you have to pay. It's a cash bar, and like
Oh my God.
there's like a certain level of what's the word I'm looking for?
Like,
What's it when you entitlement?
Yeah.
That I think people come, and that's why people feel okay asking their friends to spend upwards of $1,500 on a trip.
yeah, or to
Okay.
be a part of a wedding party, period. I mean, I think too, there is something to the like, oh, you made me do this, so now I'm gonna make
Yeah.
you. Like,
Yes.
there is
Yeah.
there is a part of that is like unwritten. Like we don't talk about it. It's like the dark
Yeah.
side of
Yeah.
of the bridesmaids thing. I'm like,
Well-
you know, or that commitment that you're making. It's like, oh, well, now it's transactional. Now there's a sense of like
Yeah.
owing somebody later, right? Or, yeah,
Yeah, I have a friend who has fallen out with somebody who she was asked to be in the bridal party, said yes, couldn't afford the bachelorette trip weekend to, fucking Charleston, which I didn't know that it was. I didn't know it was the bachelorette capital of the world
Charleston.
until
It's what?
like very recently. Like literally everyone I know is
It's because there's
Charleston
like
or
it's because
there's somewhere in Texas. It must be Austin.
Yeah, Austin, Texas. It's because there's one street in Charleston that is like
So it's easy to get
colorful.
around. It's like going to Disney World, like everyone loves the walkable city that is Disney World.
Yes, maybe it's that, but also there's like this one street on in Charleston, and it's like called Rainbow Row, and it has all these colorful homes, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's cute," and that's the place that everybody goes.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck, you could not catch me there. Anyway, couldn't afford to go, and so her and the bride have like really fallen out because
That's
she can't afford
wild.
I know, and now she's supposed to be in this wedding. I just think it's like,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
like there's a certain lot of like entitlement. Like, yeah, having a wedding is not having a wedding. It's not a birthright,
Oh no. Do you know the origin of bridesmaids? Do you know where it comes from?
No.
Okay.
No.
I thought I would bring this because I thought you would find it interesting. Also, whatever. Okay.
Can I have a guess? Can I do a history guess?
Uh-huh.
My guess is that, okay, just like etymologically speaking, bridesmaids, it must be similar to like a lady's maid. My guess is that it would be like a helping hand day of, as like a class thing. That's my guess, is like, oh, here's your day that you get to exercise like some sort of authority over something.
Yeah.
Because like ladies' maids would help living in court. My other guess too is that it would maybe be something for like the groom's family, because there's like a lot of Chinese traditions where like the groom's family will like dress the bride, and then like the groom's family comes and picks up the bride. That's like a thing in I think Chinese or maybe Taiwanese specifically
Yeah.
traditions. That's my guess. Those are my guesses.
Yeah. Okay, so it's that those are all true, but if we take it back
It's much worse.
way earlier, it's much worse. So the earliest like origins of like bridesmaids, we're talking like Mesopotamia, right? We're talking like back when, even like in like like Chinese, or like you were saying, like
Yeah.
China or like Tibet. Well, Tibet is in China, right? Yes.
Hey, so I failed geography, so.
Yes. Is this, it's like spiritual, first of all.
Yeah.
And it's to confuse men, essentially. So the reason that bridesmaids all dress up is like to, and they all look the same, is to confuse evil spirits, jealous potential suitors, and wait, like in Chinese culture, when you were like became a bride, you had this like, there was this like threat of kidnapping. Like because you were like,
yes, it's a game.
Pure.
It's a game that you'll play now. Yeah. I should get like maybe one of like some of Simon's family to like call in or something like that sometimes, because there's like a game where you like pick up the bride like from her home and there's like a parade.
Oh,
the wedding, and that's where it comes from, is like this. Yeah.
So
when we were talking about maybe getting married, the like all the Chinese traditions came out, and I was like, okay, we're not doing it to that.
I know. So like,
it sounds fun. It sounds really involved.
It's
and they're like 8 days long.
Yeah. It's funny because it's like, hold on, I'm checking if Tibet is in China. Yes, it is.
Yes, great. Great.
Okay, wait. Okay, so yeah, it's like to like confuse God, like spirits and men, basically, like, if we're all dressed up the same, you won't know who's who, and to like ward people off from the bride. So people used to wear the same things that brides wore, like the same colors, the same like whatever, so that like you didn't know who's who. Basically, we're like trying to like outdo and like like smart patriarchy.
Great. The girls have always been in on it. Yes.
Exactly. It's like,
and that's also where it's like, I don't think you should just be picking like, you know, podunk bestie from 5th grade as your maid of honor. Wait, actually, am I not describing a rom-com plot right now? You should be hiring bridesmaids.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a thing.
Is that...
like incognito bestie.
Like resume, like submit for the job.
Yeah. You should apply. That's actually, you know what? Let's make it more toxic. That's our conclusion. Line up.
Yeah, I know.
I always thought and then I also think like the interpersonal drama is so funny too. Like, my sister was in a wedding a couple years ago, and I think she was the maid of honor, and like all the sisters were really pissed off about it. They're like, why didn't you ask me or whatever? And she's like, well, because you're fucking crazy.
Yes. Like, what? Like, yeah, totally. Yeah. I always find it interesting when it's like, especially like when you're fed content from like about like weddings and bridesmaids and bachelorettes and everything. Like, it's like a formula, right? It's like if I do this, and this. Yeah. Like then I've done this right or something, or good or whatever. And it's like if we all pose on the beach in matching bikinis, then like I've done the right thing. Or if we all do blah, 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 then I
wonder what the world would be like without Instagram in a lot of different ways. But I specifically wonder how the wedding industry would be changed if we didn't have the like, oh my God. Yeah. I have a childhood friend who's getting married, who I was invited to her wedding. Well, this is always my favorite thing too. I was invited to be stag and dough, and I was invited to the bridal shower, and I was invited to the engagement party, something like that. And then I was surely a D-list guest on the like I got this wedding. I think the wedding now, and I would just got the invitation. Also is like in another location, but all I've heard from her mother the entire time, like our mothers are still friends, is how fucking crazy this entire planning experience has been. And verbatim has been like, I deserve this. Like, this is what I want it to look like. It's my wedding day. And it's like, well, if it comes at the expense of like,
of everyone you love and care about? Yeah, no, you're not. And you don't deserve any of it. Like, what? I don't know. Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Anyway,
The expense.
shall we?
Here's what I'll say about the expenses of the bachelorette situation, right? It's like whether or not you go on the trip doesn't really matter. That's not like, I don't even actually would say it's probably like that $1,500 to $3,000 is probably not even considering travel. Just like think about how much a trip costs, right?
Oh my God. I think that's probably like a hotel stay and an outfit.
Exactly. It's
right. And your
like,
hair and makeup.
It's like your hair and makeup.
Yeah.
And like if you want to put
nails,
do a tan
shoes.
or like whatever, like all of that stuff. That is wild.
It's
even
insane.
find myself doing that to like be a wedding guest, let alone a bridesmaid, right?
Oh my God. But it's a huge ask to ask to ask people to show up for these things.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, that's what I mean about like the individualism thing. I think it just like being a good host is not part of the equation anymore. I feel in so many ways it's turned into this like, this performance of something.
What's about
where
wealth,
you would never ask.
right?
Like I wouldn't ask my friends to come pay for the food that when I invite them over for dinner.
Oh,
You know
no.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because it brings me pride and joy to be able to have my friends at my home and have a meal and like, I just we've strayed so far from God in so many ways.
Yeah, I also think this has a lot to do with the community aspect of friendship, right? Like we've been having conversations about this of like people feel so lonely in the everydays of their lives like that these like life events kind of like make up for, right? Like these like not having a group of friends to rely on.
Or not having oh God,
so
this is heartbreaking. This is a sad episode.
This is really sad. You're like, let's celebrate. I want to party. We're like, everybody's lonely and alone in their houses. Like, truly.
And no one knows what to do with the fucking dresses that they have. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we want to do? We got a couple of write-ins, but I'm wondering, should we save them for a green room app?
Oh, we could. That would be funny.
Would that be fun?
Yeah.
That would be fun. Or do we want to? Should we tease one? What do you want to do?
I have a funny one, but it's like from the brides. Okay, I think we should tease one.
Okay, let's tease one, and then we'll read the rest in the green room if you want to come join us there.
Yes.
So I had a couple of submissions that were along the lines of what you're saying, which I think we could get into in the green room up, which is like everyone is starved for parties.
Yeah.
So people have been coming in with that. But also I got this like epic tale of a joint bachelorette trip where by the end of it, the bride and the groom broke up.
Yeah, that's what I mean by the only ones I've heard. There was that one that was like, I don't know how real this was. I think it came out that it actually was real, where like, oh, this is so fucked up and horrible, where it was a joint bachelorette, the one in Berlin.
Yeah.
Do you hear that one? With the glory hole. Oh my God. So bad. So I'm just going to leave that there because I don't even want to say it. It's so upsetting. Like, but that's what I mean. Like when I hear like, I've also heard others were like joint bachelorette, like we hired like strippers and then like people were like, just, it's
no. Also, I feel
it
like
can't be good vibes.
obviously joint stuff like that. It's like that idea is like, it's such straight people behavior to be like, let's do
it's such straight people behavior. Also, it's like, it's literally, once again, Priya Parker. It's defeating the purpose
whole
of
purpose
of the
Yeah.
thing. And this is what I mean, where it's like, you're not going to have a good girls trip unless you're floating on a freaking inflatable wiener somewhere. Like, hello.
I know. Like, why?
We strayed too far from God.
Why? Yeah, but I think we can save some of these really good ones for the green room up, some of the drama.
Okay, I like this. I like this for us.
Yeah. I love that. Okay. I love that this is how we're ending this because you know what I'm going to go see?
What?
The Materialists.
Oh, is it about a wedding?
No, but I think it kind of
It's giving wedding
it's giving
energy.
wedding energy. Okay, all I
Yeah.
know is I think Dakota Johnson's character meets Pedro Pascal's character at a wedding. And Dakota
I can't think about him too long. You know? All these men out here. You're going to have quite the
I know.
evening. Are you going to come home and watch Gilded Age?
Yes, I'm going to go
Wow,
see Pedro.
an evening of a bearded man.
And then I'm coming back to see, yes. Yeah.
These dark-haired men.
Well, I love Celine's song, and I'm just interested to see what she did with it. Yeah. I'm interested to see. Anyways.
Okay, so girls, if you want more, join us in the green room. I'm sorry to do it to you, but we're at time, and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You know?
It is what it is.
What it is.
Come to the green room to hear the drama of all of this, all of my friends basically ratting on each other in my DMs.
So funny, by the way. I posted on my story and I posted on the Do You Ever. I got no bites because I'm friends with like too many non-binary baristas.
Yeah, no, I was like,
who are like doing
yeah.
like, you know, rave wedding in the forest. No one has any memories because there's too much acid taken. Which, by the way, are great weddings to go to, but they don't make for good drama because it's just
or good after podcast content.
Yeah, because there's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I knew that I would put some stuff up and I would get some normie responses. And you can join the green room up to hear about why I can't watch the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders show.
Can't watch the Dallas Cowboys. And guys, you'll never guess why, and it's so good. That's all I'm gonna say. And so you can come join us in the green room now, or keep supporting the pod, send it to your friends, and I'll make Jacqueline tell it at our first ever live show.
Oh yeah,
well.
I mean, listen, that story alone is worth $5 to get into the green room.
Plus some. But if you don't have the cash, listen, I hear, share it with a friend, and I'll get you live tickets. If you share this with a friend, how about this? I'm making a years-long promise. I'm here.
Okay.
Share this with a friend. Send me a screenshot. Mm-hmm. When we're on tour, I will comp you tickets, and you'll hear why Jacqueline can't listen or watch the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders show at all, and why, in fact, me even bringing it up is a little bit rude of me. Anyway.
Yes.
I turned it on and I went, I'm talking about this later.
Great. Also, you can, if you want to submit, tell us your bridesmaids stories.
Yes, tell us your bridesmaids stories
opinions.
if you want to. You can jump in the comments over on Substack, and then we're doing another one. I didn't realize this happens to us often. Mm-hmm. This happens to us with I'm Grandmam a lot. This happens to us with Chelsea Fagan. I just saw that she's doing a wedding season thing as well, which I just so weird to me.
It's because all these people
like
were locked into the culture.
We're locked in. Yeah,
that's what it is.
We're in the slipstream. So anyway, we're doing a next episode on guests. So if you have a guest story that you want, you can either drop in the comments, slide into our DMs.
Yeah.
You know where to
Wedding
find us.
guest tales. Tell us the terrible weddings you've been to. We want to know. I want to know.
Okay. I want to know. That's really what we've done with our job here is formalized gossip.
Yes.
Anyway. Okay, I love you all. We'll chat later.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.